Cadet Lisa Chen sat in the back row of the Advanced Tactical Strategy classroom at the Galactic Defense Academy, her standard-issue uniform making her indistinguishable from the hundreds of other first-year cadets. Around her, towering Kithran warriors and crystalline Zephyrian tacticians dominated the discussion, their voices carrying the authority of species with millennia of military tradition. Commander Thex Val, the Academy's most decorated instructor, activated the holographic battle display showing the infamous siege of Kepler Station, a tactical nightmare that had claimed 3 fleets and remained unsolved after 2 centuries of analysis. "This scenario has defeated every military mind in the galaxy," Thex Val announced, his 4 arms gesturing at the 3-dimensional battlefield. "Kepler Station sits at the nexus of 5 hyperspace routes, making it strategically vital but tactically impossible to assault. The defenders have overlapping fields of fire, unlimited supplies through the hyperspace lanes, and early warning systems covering all approaches." The hologram showed the grim reality: a massive space fortress surrounded by minefields, automated defense platforms, and patrol fleets. Every historical attempt to take the station had ended in catastrophic failure. "Your assignment is to develop an assault plan using standard fleet resources," Thex Val continued. "You have 1 week. Work in your species groups." The classroom erupted into animated discussion. Kithran cadets immediately began plotting direct assault vectors, their warrior culture favoring overwhelming force. Zephyrian students calculated precision strikes using their species' advanced targeting systems. The gaseous Etherians discussed siege tactics refined over eons of territorial conflicts. Lisa found herself alone. As the only human in the advanced class, she had no species group to join. The other cadets barely acknowledged her presence. Humans were notorious throughout the galaxy as tactical mediocrists, lacking the Kithran aggression, Zephyrian precision, or Etherian patience that defined military excellence. While her classmates debated conventional approaches, Lisa quietly studied the scenario from a different angle. She analyzed not just the fortress's defenses, but its purpose, its supply chains, and its social structure. Her human perspective, shaped by a species that had survived through adaptability rather than natural advantages, led her to ask questions others hadn't considered. A week later, each group presented their solutions. The Kithrans proposed a massive frontal assault with acceptable casualty projections of 60%. The Zephyrians designed an elegant but resource-intensive siege lasting 18 months. The Etherians suggested a psychological warfare campaign spanning decades. Commander Thex Val critiqued each plan with professional detachment. "Innovative, but ultimately variations on approaches that have already failed." Finally, he turned to Lisa. "Cadet Chen, you are assigned to develop an individual solution. Present your analysis." Lisa stood, ignoring the dismissive clicks and chimes from her classmates. Her voice was steady as she activated her own holographic display. "Sir, every previous assault has focused on breaking through Kepler Station's defenses. I propose we don't attack the station at all." Confused murmurs rippled through the classroom. Thex Val's mandibles twitched with interest. "Explain." "Kepler Station's strength is its position controlling 5 hyperspace routes," Lisa continued. "But that's also its weakness. The station exists solely to maintain control of interstellar traffic. If we eliminate the need for that traffic to pass through Kepler, the station becomes strategically irrelevant." Her display showed alternative hyperspace routes, longer, more dangerous paths that would typically be avoided. "Human survey ships have mapped 17 alternate routes that bypass Kepler entirely. They're currently in use because they're 15% longer and pass through asteroid fields." "Impractical," scoffed a Kithran cadet. "No military commander would accept such inefficient logistics. Unless," Lisa smiled, "the inefficiency becomes an advantage. We establish patrol bases along these alternate routes, creating a new strategic network that makes Kepler Station obsolete. The defenders are forced to choose: abandon their fortress to contest the new routes, or watch their strategic value disappear. The classroom fell silent. Lisa continued her presentation, detailing how human engineering could turn the asteroid fields from obstacles into advantages: mining operations providing resources, defensive positions, and early warning networks. Within 6 months, civilian traffic would naturally shift to the safer, patrolled alternate routes. Kepler Station would find itself defending empty space. Commander Thexval studied the plan with growing amazement. "You're proposing to defeat an impregnable fortress by making it irrelevant." "Yes, sir. Sometimes the best way to win a fight is to make sure it never happens." The implication sank in slowly. Lisa had solved an unsolvable military problem not through superior firepower or advanced tactics, but through lateral thinking that redefined the entire strategic framework. "This is..." Thexval paused, consulting his tactical database. "This approach has no precedent in galactic military history." "That's because most species develop their military thinking around their natural advantages," Lisa replied. "Humans don't have natural advantages. We survive by changing the rules of the game." Within days, Lisa's solution was being studied by fleet commanders across the galaxy. The impossible siege scenario had been solved not by a decorated war hero or brilliant tactician, but by a fresh-faced human cadet who asked the one question no one else had thought to ask: "What if we don't play their game at all?" And suddenly, the galaxy began to understand why humans were truly dangerous.